The school hallway buzzed with its usual chaos when 11-year-old Marcus slowly walked toward the office, his backpack dragging behind him. But what stopped everyone in their tracks wasn't his silence, it was his head. The once thick curls he proudly wore were gone, shaved unevenly down to the scalp. His eyes were red, not from tears Marcus rarely cried, but from the humiliation burning inside him. A teacher had done this, without permission, without calling home, without reason. It began earlier that morning in Miss Thompson's homeroom class. Marcus had arrived with his hair slightly longer than usual, something he was excited to grow up. But Miss Thompson didn't approve. She claimed his hairstyle violated school appearance rules, even though it didn't. Instead of sending him to the principal's office or notifying his parents, she marched him to the janitor's closet, plugged in a pair of electric clippers, and ordered him to sit. Marcus quietly whispered that he didn't want his hair cut, that his mom would be mad, that it wasn't allowed. But the teacher ignored him. Minutes later, the buzzing stopped, and Marcus stared at the pile of his curls on the floor, and the broken version of himself staring back in the mirror. When the principal saw what happened, his face went pale. A call was made, a short one, and 20 minutes later, the entire atmosphere of the school shifted. The office door swung open with a controlled force, and in walked Judge Alicia Reynolds, Marcus's mother, still wearing her black robe, fresh from the courthouse. She didn't raise her voice. She didn't need to. Her presence alone, steady and powerful, made every adult in that office freeze. Marcus ran to her, burying his face against her side as she placed a protective arm around him. Then she looked up, first at the principal, then at Miss Thompson, who stood trembling behind him. Judge Reynolds asked one simple question: "Who gave you permission to touch my son?" Silence flooded the room. Her words were calm, but each one struck like a gavel. She spoke of bodily autonomy, racial sensitivity, parental rights, and school protocol, all things she enforced in her courtroom daily. But today, she wasn't speaking as a judge. She was speaking as a mother whose son had been stripped of his dignity. By the end of the meeting, Ms. Thompson was placed on immediate leave pending investigation, and the district superintendent personally apologized to Marcus and his mother. As they left the school together, Marcus squeezed his mom's hand and whispered, "Thank you." Judge Reynolds knelt beside him, touching his freshly shaved head gently. "No one," she said, "gets to take something from you without your permission, not your hair, not your confidence, not your future, ever." And Marcus finally smiled.